Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today it's kind of windy out. I wanted to do a video about the car. So we're going to do it inside the garage here where we can cut down on the wind noise and everything. I got a microphone now, so that should help some. I wanted to discuss a little bit about traveling. And what did they do 90 years ago when this car was new when they traveled? And also what did my grandfather do when they went on Model A trips? And so I wanted to show you a little tricks that my grandfather did as far as traveling to take spare parts and everything like that, because these cars, they're not like today's cars. They break down, stuff goes wrong, stuff needs tuned up and stuff. So you only got so much room in this car. So how did they uh, fix that issue or carry along what they needed to? So I wanted to show you a little trick that my grandfather did, and we'll go to the back of the car. Okay, so we're inside the car now, back seat. So there is storage space underneath this back seat. So what my grandfather did was keep a lot of spare parts underneath the back seat. So I'm going to get in here and pull this out, and I'll show you what's in here. Okay, so we got the back seat pulled out a little bit. So obviously uh, some of the things you would take: extra fuel pump. You always need light bulbs, dome light, dashboard, headlights, everything, spare bulbs, um, an array of nuts and bolts. Like I said, this thing shakes around and stuff comes loose. So he always brought spares, extra fan belt for your alternator and to run your fan, cool the engine. So basically he would pack everything that he could in here, and this would utilize this space for storage, spare parts. So my point in all this is you got a back seat, you got spare parts underneath, luggage, especially, you take more than one person, you, your wife, maybe a kid. Where are you going to put all your stuff? So there's a remedy for that, and let's go look at it. Okay, so we got all of our spare parts, let's say, loaded in underneath the back seat. Now we've got our luggage, bags, whatever. Probably because in case it rains or something like that, you're going to have them inside the car. So what do you do if you want to take more spare parts or anything else that, you know, can or cannot be wet or anything like that? So, and usually not on all the cars, but mine does have it that we used. You just put your trunk on it. It's a little trunk. It's not very big, but it gives you a lot of extra storage space for a long trip. And then what my grandparents did when they went on it, they took the trunk. He would have a lot more spare parts in here and stuff. But you also finally, I know people have asked, what's on the back? See the CB in the car. Well, there's the antenna for it. So now that works too. But let's get a close look inside the trunk. Like I said, not a lot of space, but and she's old and been used. She's not perfect. But you got your jack, your crank for your jack, and then you could load up all your spare tools and still have the ability to have your spare tire on this car. Pretty cool. So they would load all this up. And this trunk does lock. Got the key. I still have the key for it. It does lock up. And there you go. You're ready for a nice long trip. And they would carry a lot of spare parts on these trips. Break down between, especially if you're traveling a group of Model A's, Model B's, whatever, you have spare parts and everybody help each other out when they go on. So I just want to show you guys the trunk capabilities of this car. I'm sure this is not original to the car. I think this was an add-on by my grandfather to go on long trips with the groups. But anyway, pretty cool. Still have it. Thought I'd put it on here today and show you guys. Just give you an example of what it's like to go on a long trip in an old car. Well, that's pretty much today's video, guys. I just wanted to show you the trunk of the car. I think it was a neat add-on that my grandfather put on this to make longer trips better. Thanks for watching. Please, down below in the comments, leave a video suggestion, something you guys might want to see, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.